Oh, it's time for a little time for. Oh, it's time for a talk booze. It is time. Yes, it's time. Actually, I want to make sure that this is actually working. I hope it is. Good evening to you, good gentles. Oh, goodness, I'm sitting down now. I am David Antony, the Foxy Bard. Twig will be approaching presently, eventually, and I can't see the comments. All I know is that they are there. Hello, Mark. Good to see you, and cheers to you. And there are people, and people will continue to wander in. I should tune my bouzouki. That would be useful. It's a good idea to tune your instrument, assuming you're going to play it, which I intend to. Good gentles all, I'm David Antony, the Foxy Bard. For those of you who were not here for the cooking show, my apologies for last week. There was a tropical storm that came up near the coast, and New York City was, surprise, not well equipped for the coming storm. And New Yorkers, weathered the storm as well, but the infrastructure not so much. But hopefully that will change in the future. Point is, we lost internet for a few days, and thus last week's shows had to be postponed to this week. And good day to you, Gabriel de Leon and Bradley. It is nice to know that there are people here. And am I out of focus? Am I? So here, let's see if I can fix that. Let's focus on the hand. Focus on the hand. Stay on the hand. Stay on the hand. Stay on the hand. I think we can do this. Very good. I hope I'm in focus now. I can't tell because I've already been drinking from the cooking show, which means that my eyes are out of focus and nothing that the camera can do can fix that. But today on the cooking show, we made some lovely lamb stew. This is Twig's lamb stew. I'm going to get my lamb stew, mainly because there's more in there, because I have a bigger belly and thus require more stuff. I know it's yummy. It is very yummy. Came out very well. Very happy with it. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's so many interesting flavors. Oh, and just a little bit of gristle because I missed that bit of gristle when I was cutting up the lamb. Oh well. That's all right. You know what, Ron? If you're off drinking during the cooking show, then that is a good reason for not making the cooking show. And absolutely keep drinking. Always keep drinking. Oh, good gentles all right now. I'm just waiting for Twig to come back, which she will. So that way we can sing a song for you. But yeah, so last week, no internet, therefore no show. This week is effectively last week's show. And a few important announcements to make. We will be at the main Renaissance Fair this weekend. We will also be at the main Renaissance Fair next weekend. We will be at the Montana Renaissance Fair the weekend after that. Somewhere in there we're going to Armistice. Massachusetts Fen Fair. That's what will be happening later. Much later. Like at the beginning of August. Sometime around there. Is when we're doing the Massachusetts Fair. We've also come to the conclusion that doing actual fairs plus 3 live shows a week, we're not going to have the energy for that. That's not going to happen. So we're going to be going down to 1 live show a week, and we'll be alternating weeks of what we're going to be doing. So I'm thinking that next week will probably be Foxy's Drinking Hour. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Next week will be Foxy's Drinking Hour. Thursday at 9. And then the week after that, we'll probably do a History Hour.
Probably. Yes. Probably. I'm going to miss cooking. Well, actually, we might do a live cooking thing.
Well, no, the week after that, we might do a live cooking thing.
Ah, okay.
Yes, I can keep time straight in my head, I promise. So I'm going to sing a song. Do you want to sing a song?
Sure.
Ostensibly, that's what we do.
Ostensibly.
There we go, major. want to stay in
Dear,
major.
dear, dear, dear.
What do you want to start with?
Well, I'd like to know where my pick is.
Well, I've got a pick right there.
I can settle for orange.
That works.
for now.
And actually, I knew I thought I had at some point.
Yay!
There we go.
Thank you.
Yellow pick right there.
Yeah.
And now I get to keep my extra orange pick right there. And no problem. If having a Facebook live stream event for your friends is also a reasonable reason to not attend the cooking show. So I am not sure what I'm about to play, but I'm going to try anyway. I'll see
Just
what happens.
follow the fingers.
No, I'm going to go higher than that.
Okay.
But I'm going to follow the fingers.
Wildly.
You start off on this one.
Oh, we're starting with this? Okay, sure.
I don't know.
Lonely prison wall.
Take what you right?
I heard you calling. My they are dead. For you stole Trevelyan's gold. Young might see the more. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Fields of Athenry.
Once we watched small free birds fly.
Our love was on the wing.
We had dreams and songs to sing.
So lonely on the fields of Athenry.
My lonely prison wall heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Fields of Athenry. Once we watched
Small free birds fly. Love was on the wing. Had dreams and songs to sing. So lonely around the fields of Athenry. The harbor wall watched the last of morning.
as a
Prison ship sailed out against the stars. She lived hope and prayed for love and bonny day. She's lonely round the fields of Athenry. Moonlight, the fields of Athenry, where once
we watched the small free birds fly.
Our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. Fields of Athenry.
Once we watched
Small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. So lonely around the fields of Athenry. So lonely around the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. What a happy decor to end that sad song on.
Yeah, but isn't that the way? when it comes to Irish folk songs.
Mm-hmm.
Good gents all. Again, I'm David Anthony, the Foxy Bard.
And I'm Twig.
And welcome to Foxy's Drinking Hour, which we will be doing again next week.
Yes.
And then the week after that, we'll be doing history. And then we'll figure it out from there.
I haven't done the history hour in a while.
I haven't. No, indeed. But we shall. Good gents all. There's a thing that we do on Foxy's Drinking Hour. Where is it? Where's the thing?
I was wondering where you put it. I haven't
it's
seen
like
it.
the Afikoman.
No, it's
it's
right
like,
there.
here we go. Right. Good chances. Hello, Hannah. Good to see you. And apparently mood paint pens. Now does that mean
does it
that?
know what your mood is?
But how do mood rings know
Well,
what your
that's
mood
not
is?
really
It's
what
like-
I meant. I mean, like with the mood ring, it's like attached to your body, so you.
Yeah, so I guess.
Thing.
So
But like with pens,
with
it's like
mood
what part
paint
of it,
pens, does that
how
mean
does
that?
the paint
Does that
interact
mean
with
that
your
the
skin
color
in
as
such a
you're
way?
writing it indicates your mood while you are writing? Or does it change for the reader and indicate the mood of the reader as they are reading?
Maybe it just writes, I am sad.
Good gents all. This week's mystery booze is larceny. Larceny. It's a type of bourbon. Larceny. It's got a keyhole on the cover. Larceny. I thought it looked neat. So
Larceny. We didn't steal it though.
we did not steal it.
But
Someone might have at
someone
some
might
point
have.
in its
I
existence.
mean, really, they'd just be asking for it.
Frankly.
It's like naming your thing like murder.
It'd be true. And then expecting no one to try and kill it.
Yeah, really.
It's like naming your child murder baby.
Well,
why
I
would
would
you do
expect
that?
to be murdered.
Why
by
would
the
you ever
murder
kill
baby.
your child with baby? No.
What?
Why would you ever name your child murder
Why
baby?
would you kill your child with baby?
That's words. Words.
I
don't need them. I don't need words. So let's give this a shot. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you ready for this?
Directly to sleep.
Do you want it?
But yes.
Do you want it?
Stop.
Sludge it.
My stomach is like, no, don't do this to me again.
Oh. Well, that is very thick. That is a very thick bourbon.
A thick bourbon. Oh, that's weird.
Very earthy. Very woody. Very harsh, too.
Oh.
You still haven't tried it yet. Try it.
I know, I'm reluctant.
Try and get just a little bit. Just to taste it.
Ugh. Not gonna throw
Apparently
up
the
on
idea
camera.
behind it is that it would be for
Not
painting
gonna throw up on
dice.
camera. Not gonna throw up on camera. Not gonna throw up on camera. Not gonna do it. Ah!
Drink tea. Drink tea, you'll feel better. A cinnamon one called arson. That is a good idea. If this is larceny, then a cinnamon bourbon would be arson. That is... Are you all right? You just had a tiny little sip, and... Oh my goodness, you're my mother. Yeah.
I
Tiny
don't know what it
little...
is about this. Well, no, it's because of my hangover.
It's because you have a hangover. Good gents all, I have a confession to make.
Confess that sinner.
Thank you very much.
What
And
do you have to confess about?
I'm confessing on your behalf.
Oh, thank you.
You're allowed to do that. I'm confessing that Twig is having a hangover because Twig was up till 3 a.m. drinking with a friend. Which I am not shaming you. I'm not shaming you. I think it is lovely that you got to spend time with your friend.
I hadn't seen that
But
friend.
I am laughing on the inside.
I hadn't seen that friend in a while. We hadn't talked since New Year's, so we needed to catch up. And we caught up, and, you know, I got on the call at 8, and before I knew it, it was 3 a.m. So we had a lot to talk about, and we also had a few drinks because I forgot, actually, that we did these on Thursdays, so
That's all right. We didn't do it last week because internet was out.
I know.
To answer your question, by the way, Byron, this is tuned like a mandolin, which means that I didn't have to learn anything more.
Yeah,
when I went to
the way that it
learn how
is
to do it.
tuned is you basically, if you know how to play mandolin,
GTA.
it translates pretty much perfectly as far as I know on a physical.
Yep, and violin as well also works.
Violin, yes.
Biggest difference
I mean,
is
like with violin, you have to also master the stroking
with violin, you've got
technique.
no frets. With mandolin, you're all squished up into a tiny space. And with bouzouki, you're all stretched out over a long space. Also, with violin, you have to stroke instead of pluck, which can be complicated if you're used to plucking, and then you have to suddenly start stroking.
It's hard.
It is hard.
It's hard, and it always
It
sounds...
is hard. It's hard.
It's hard, and it always sounds terrible when you first do it.
Yeah.
Which
It
makes
always
it
does.
hard. Like with guitar, it's like a C chord is a C chord, so it's going to sound like a C chord no matter what you do. Like, you can't make it not sound like that. But with a violin, it's just horrible until you get it perfect.
Indeed. Indeed. Oh, I'm up for that.
All right, but I'm not playing guitar.
You know, you don't want to be on guitar?
No.
So don't. That's way too low. Let's go up to E minor. Yeah, but let's go with that. I like the D fingering. So dans des ans je m'en irai. So dans des ans je m'en irai. J'entends-les-nous la reine la bellette. J'entends-les-nous la reine chanter. J'entends-les-nous la reine la bellette. J'entends-les-nous la reine chanter. So dans des ans je m'en irai. So dans des ans je m'en irai. J'entends-les-nous la reine la bellette. J'entends-les-nous la reine chanter. J'entends-les-nous la reine la bellette. J'entends-les-nous la reine chanter. It's been 10 years since I sailed away. I can hear the wolf and the fox begin to play. Been 10 years since I've been away. But I can hear the wolf and the fox begin to play. I can hear the wolf and the fox and the weasel. I can hear the wolf and the fox begin to play. I can hear the wolf and the fox and the weasel. I can hear the wolf and the fox begin to play. Dans Newfoundland, je m'en irai. Les jumeaux de mes chats passent dans les prés. Les jumeaux de mes chats sont populaires. Passent dans les prés, passent tous les fois. Sont petits poulets, marche tous les fois. Les vers ventrales, les vers ventrales, les jeux de mes choses sont de batera. Les vers ventrales, les vers ventrales, les jeux de mes choses sont de batera. Je m'en irai. C'est dans des ans je m'en irai. J'entends-les-nous la reine la bellette. J'entends-les-nous la reine chanter. J'entends-les-nous la reine la bellette. J'entends-les-nous la reine chanter. Les ventrales, les vers ventrales, les jeux de mes choses sont de batera. Les ventrales, les ventrales, les jeux de mes choses sont de batera. Les ventrales, les ventrales, les jeux de mes choses sont de batera. Les ventrales, les ventrales, les jeux de mes choses sont de batera.
Yay.
I like that one. It's a slightly different version of I Just Stood Up.
I just wanna. I like it too. I just wanna workshop it, and I
You
say
wanna
that
workshop it?
every time, and then we never actually do. And so it's
Fair
just
enough.
the same as though we've always done it. And I don't.
How do you want to workshop it? What would you like to do with it?
I want to learn the rest of the lyrics.
Fair enough.
For one thing, and also I can't do the guitar on it. The guitar part is so stupid.
What would you
No.
rather do? Do you want to do flute?
I mean, this is what I mean is that we have to workshop it,
Fair
not on the camera. We're not doing practice on the camera.
I'm glad that you like the CDs. It is nice that people listen to the CDs. A limited batch of Ghost Chili Honey Whiskey.
Well, that sounds really good.
That
That sounds
sounds
delicious.
Ghost Chili Honey Whiskey. That sounds like it'll kill me, but I'll enjoy it. It's a great thing. So Indeed. Whenever you start on violin, it's always going to be nothing but
That's terrible.
but horrible sounds when you
Horrible
first starting.
sounds.
Horrible things. But yeah, so beer with the history lesson. So here's a story about how beer invented civilization. Long ago, hunter-gatherer Neolithic caveman was wandering around gathering barley, as you do. He put it in a basket, he set it down, and then he wandered off and forgot about it, as you do. The rain came down and the basket filled with water, and the barley fermented and turned into alcohol. About a month later, the hunter-gatherer Neolithic caveman comes around, finds his basket. I found my basket. Smells weird. What the hey? By the way, corollary theory, I believe that 90% of all great advancements in society have happened because some daft bastard went, what the hey? Let's try this. And so hunter-gatherer Neolithic caveman drank it, and it was good. And he went to his friends and he said, guess what? I found my basket. Like, what? That's my basket. I have a basket. It was full of barley. And I'm like, you mean the basket from a month ago that you lost? Yeah. That can't be good. I tried it. It's great. Like, are you sure? It tastes terrible, but it's great. And he gave it to his friends, and his friends drank it. And they said, this is great. This is great. We need more of this. We need more barley. And how are we going to get more? We're going to plant it. We're going to plant more barley so that we can get more barley and get more baskets and get more funny happy juice because we need it. And they started, and then they realized the basket's not a really good place to store it. Let's invent pottery, pots. That's much better for holding the stuff. And we've invented pottery. And all right, well, once we drink the stuff, we need to find a place where we can go pass out. So let's go make places where we can pass out, and let's make a place where we drink, and then the places where we go pass out. So then we got a tavern, and we got houses, and now you've got a town. You've got a sedentary society. You are no longer hunter-gatherer Neolithic caveman. You are now agrarian Neolithic caveman with a town and everything, and you're all sedentary. And then you realize that you need to find a better way to get the booze from the pub to the place from the fields to the pub. And so you invent the wheel to make that little thing, and everything just continues along until finally you realize we got so much booze we need a way to keep track of it all. And so we shall invent writing and mathematics. And thus I believe that the Bible needs to be rewritten so that it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and on the first day, God invented beer. And then the rest just sort of followed. So, let's sing a song about that.
Wow.
Oh,
at some point, we should actually do a history hour on that.
On that would be fun.
That
would be fun. Oh.
Is it a scam?
I will deal with that later.
Oh no, I know exactly what it is.
Where was I? Right. Oh, a long time ago, way back in history, when all there was to drink was nothing but cups of tea, along came a man by the name of Charlie Mops, and he invented a wonderful drink and he made it out of hops. He must have been an admiral, something or a king, and to his praises we shall always sing. Look what he has done for us, he sings us up to cheer. God bless Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer, 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 beer. A bushel of malt, a barrel of hops, you stirred around the stick. The kind of lubrication that makes your engine tick. 40 pints of wool up a day will keep away the quacks. It's only 8 pence halfpenny and a 1 cent in tax. They must have been an admiral or something or a king, and to his praises we shall always sing. But he has done for us, he sent us up a cheer. God bless Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer, 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 diddly beer, 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 diddly beer, beer, beer. Jerry's pub, the Clancy's bar, the hole in the wall as well. One thing you can be sure of, it's Charlie's beer they sell. Come you lads and lassies, at 11 o'clock we stop. For 5 short seconds we'll remember Charlie Mops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He stood in and roll a something or a king, and to his praises we shall always sing. Look at he is and for us, he still is up for cheer. One last Charlie Mops, the man
cake. And to this day, there's this song we sing. He used to brush his shoulders off a chair. Lord bless Charlie Moss and invented beer, 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 beer. Hey, I want to call her sex. That's what I can do. Tell her says an IPA. I can drink it every day. Beer, 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 beer. Lord bless Charlie Moss.
Yay!
Yeah, I just suddenly switched into 3 pints mode.
I wish we did it like that all the time.
Huh?
I wish we did it like that all the time.
What, will we start off slow and then finish off like that?
I mean, sure. I mean, just doing it fast.
Just do it fast in
Because
general.
like when you did it, I was like, wow, this is so much better.
Ah. I completely missed a bunch of there we go. A bunch of comments whilst I was ranting on about you know what? There's nothing wrong with eating breakfast with caramel apples. I've eaten caramel apples for breakfast before. I think that's fine.
It's like, I think, what if there's like another theory that civilization pops up around cornflakes? Like just cornflakes.
Cornflakes and
That's
civilization.
the real
That is
driver of
that is a
civilization,
thesis right there.
cornflakes. You probably
That is
honestly,
a doctorate right
you
there.
probably could write a thesis about at least something very similar to that.
Why not? All right. Astronaut?
Huh?
He must have been an astronaut, a sultan, or a king instead of admiral.
I mean, it kind of works.
That's all right. I think at some point when I said earlier when I said wallop a day, I think I said Wookiee today accidentally.
Well,
Sometimes
it's like when we do countries. I always want to say, instead of saying when you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. I always want to say when they are Irish, you are drunk, you wherever you go.
Indeed. So that being said, who was it? My brain now. Strawberry brought up "In Heaven There Is No Beer." We end our show with that song.
Yes.
But that being said, since you have brought it up, I will go ahead and throw in this one right now, just for causes of because I likes it and so forth, and because whatever, and why not? So.
This is country, though,
Yeah.
isn't it? Oh, I thought she requested "In Heaven There Is No Beer."
She did. We will end
you're
the
doing
show with
okay,
"In Heaven
okay.
There Is
I
No Beer."
see what you're
But
up to
along the
now.
same lines, we will. This is a song that 3 Pints Shy made up and continues to make up, all because Tim Ott had an accordion and was bored.
The bastard.
Indeed, he felt like singing a polka, so we all just made up a polka. That's how this song came to be, because one day Tim Ott was playing a polka thing on his accordion, and we all and David Anthony was like, "Why are we doing a polka?" And Jonathan was like, "Don't you know all the best Irish songs come from Germany?" And that's how it started. So, good gentles all, the Irish part beats through all nations and all peoples, and to prove this point to you, we're going to ask you to give me a country. Tell me a country, any country in the world, and I will make up a verse to justify why all the best Irish songs are from that country. So, yeah, just waiting on you to tell me a country. Very good. All right. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, let's try that. All right. All us Irish songs come from the Faroe Islands. I got shipwrecked and I washed on that shore today. I thought to myself, am I in Scotland or am I in Norway? Screw it, I'll drink more and I'll understand what they say. I think that's clever.
Sorry, no,
Go for it.
It's for a different one.
Oh, what? On your rover, there's only one thing you should know.
Sorry, I got excited.
It's all right. Look at the chorus. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. All
right, which country did you want to do?
Do the Vatican.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, wait for Bjorn. All the best Irish songs come from the Vatican.
From the Vatican.
So many great things to do near the church steeple.
Near the steeple.
I managed to get drunk with every single person in the Vatican.
In the Vatican.
It's easy to do when there's only 800 people.
It's true. It is true. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. And let's tell them what that is. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Oh, let's see. Which one of these do I want to do? All the best Irish songs come from Malaysia.
From Malaysia.
It's great because it's right next door to Singapore. So if you want to get drunk, just go over the border.
Over the border.
There you can find yourself a lovely young lady of good virtue. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know.
Oh, we're already demonetized.
Why not? When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Do you want to do Los Angeles?
Los Angeles. I don't know. I can do Uzbekistan again if you want.
Huh?
You can do Uzbekistan if you want.
Do you want to do Uzbekistan?
Yeah, this one I already got.
Go for
This
it.
one came up before.
Go for Uzbekistan. Do it.
All the best Irish songs come from Uzbekistan.
Come, Uzbekistan.
I went down there so I could take a nap.
Take a nap.
There's really nothing else to do in Uzbekistan.
In Uzbekistan.
It's probably why no one can find it on a map.
I like that. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. And let's tell them what that is. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to do Los Angeles. All the best Irish songs come from Los Angeles.
From Los Angeles.
A lot of people think that it is a crowded place.
Crowded place.
But I say it's a lot more crowded here in New York.
In New York.
We've got twice the people in about a quarter of the space.
It's
Nuts.
true. It's probably less than that.
When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. It's everyone's on top of each other. When you are drunk, they're Irish wherever you go. Now, it's not just real places, but also mythological places. Let me try saying that word again. Mythological
Give
places.
us your mythological places.
Fictional places. Places from sci-fi or fantasy. Or your favorite TV show. Or movie. Or novel. Or epic series. Or erotic fan fiction. I don't know. Podcasts. Stained glass windows. Anything. Whatever your thing is. Oh, here we go. All right. Daggerfall.
Hey, nice.
Daggerfall is in.
Wow. It's in.
That's north of Hammerfell, right?
It's in. It's the Breton homeland.
Yeah, the Breton-
It's the thing that's next to Skyrim.
Thought so.
On the other side.
That's right. Yeah, that. Let me think. There's more things coming up, by the way, if you want to take a look at any of them. All right. So that being said, Daggerfell is what happens to be in my brain. So, all right. All the best Irish songs come from Daggerfell.
Come from Daggerfell.
If you want to be a wizard, be a Breton, you'll go farther.
You'll go farther.
Although as much as you try to learn all of the magics,
Of the magics.
we all just evolve into a sneak archer. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. And what is that again? Right. When you are drunk, the Irish wherever you go.
High Rock is the name of it. Oh, right. That's
Oh, Daggerfell is a city in
that's
High
the
Rock.
capital of High Rock.
Right, that's the capital there. I always get my geography confused. Oh, here we go. I think I got one. Alright. All the best Irish songs come from Fiddler's Green.
Fiddler's Green.
That's a place for a fisherman or a sailor, but not a wrestler.
Not a wrestler.
But every bard I know wants to go there.
Wants to go there.
Just so that we can all jam with Rick Nestler.
Nobody's gonna get that joke.
I think it's funny. He's a legend.
It's funny, but nobody's gonna get that.
Rick Nestler is he's Philip Hole.
Google him.
Google him. He's a legend. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know.
0.5% joke.
When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. All the best Irish songs, they come from Krypton.
Come from Krypton.
That, of course, is the place of Superman's birth.
Superman's birth.
Their technology got ahead of them, and they blew up their planet.
Blew up their planet.
Wait, are we talking about Krypton, or are we talking about Earth?
Oh.
Yeah, I know. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. And let's wrap it up after this. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. One more time. One more time. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know. And I'm gonna do one more. All the best Irish songs come from El Dorado.
El Dorado.
We went there whether or not we should.
We should.
They asked us if we wanted whiskey or beer.
This is going.
Looked at each other and said both. Both is good. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know.
I knew it was coming.
I know. When you are drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. One more time.
One more time.
One more time. When you're over, there's only one thing you should know.
What's that?
When you're drunk, they are Irish wherever you go. Very good. All right, let's. We've got like 20 more minutes. Let's do. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Truly, I want to do.
Yeah.
What another shot? I spilled mine. It's all over the table.
Oh, I'm
now.
sorry.
I mean,
so very sorry. It is a terrible thing when whiskey gets spilt. Would you like more whiskey?
I would like more whiskey.
Well, guess what? It's right over here. Would you like me to pour it for you?
Yeah.
Very well. I can understand that.
Oh,
Good, gentle soul.
Snideness.
Indeed.
Don't be a snip.
We will do In Heaven There Is No Beer. We're going to do a few others first. Well, good, gentle soul. A few announcements for those who are not here at the top of the hour. You may have noticed last week we did not do a show. That is because a tropical storm came through and our infrastructure cannot handle it. So,
Apparently.
No
This is
internet.
after they also said that our infrastructure apparently can't handle heat waves.
I know, it's great. It's great.
It's
I was
what can you
I was so
handle?
disappointed in Texas, and then turns out New York is just
New
as
York is also
crap.
terrible.
Anyway, so that being said, we are not going to be doing 3 live shows a week anymore because we are going back to fairs now.
We just
so therefore we
just
will
don't have the energy to actually.
we will be paring it down
that.
to 1 live show a week, and we will be alternating through. We will be going through
cycling
the weeks,
through,
cycling
so
through
it'll
the
be
weeks
this
what
one.
we're going to be doing.
Sometimes it'll be this one, sometimes it'll be the cooking show, and sometimes it'll be the history hour.
Indeed. Again, we are doing fairs again, which means this weekend we are doing the main Renaissance Fair. Next weekend we are doing the main Renaissance Fair as well. This weekend we don't have any stage shows. We are just going to be wandering the streets, which means that if you come there, you can just chill with us all day, and we're technically doing our job.
All day, every day.
Pick up your whiskey for a minute.
I was fixated on the
Cilantro.
meat in the
Cilantro.
corner.
On the meat in the corner.
Yes.
The meat in the corner is brewing. It's got 2 weeks left.
No,
And then
I
it's
feel like
ready.
the Nord meat isn't bubbling enough.
It might not. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It just might end up being a weak meat, which will mean it'll taste better.
But
I'm also doing another batch
okay,
tomorrow.
all right.
Doing another batch tomorrow where I'm using twice as much yeast in half the time. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So yes, looks like New Muse is going to be at the main fair this Saturday. So yes, this weekend we do not have any stage shows, but we are just doing street work. Next weekend we will have stage shows. The weekend after that, so 3 weekends from now, we will be at the Montana Renaissance Fair.
Yes, indeed.
Somewhere in the midst of all of that, we will be going to Armistice, and then the Massachusetts Renaissance Fair, and then August. I don't know what happens in August. I don't know.
I have no idea, but I do know that in September we do have one confirmed show, and that is the Sparta Renaissance Fair in New Jersey, which you can come see us at both weekends.
The rest of after August is all in the air. Everything's in the air. A lot of things might happen.
Bread.
We do have some bread.
We have this bread that's just been sitting here. It's a big honk of bread. I didn't want that much of a honk.
Do you like your honk of bread?
Well, I didn't want that much of a honk.
Do you like it?
PH.
You want a lesser honk?
I did want a lesser
smaller
honk.
honk?
It's okay.
A lesser honk of bread? Is the alcohol doing things to you?
Ooh,
And you're in need of a bread for the lessening of the alcohol with the thing of the X and the
pretty
alcohol.
much.
There you are. Estaba señor Don Gato, sentado en su tejado, miau, 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 sentado en su tejado, ha recibido una carta. Quiere ser casado, miau, miau, por si quiere ser casado, con una gatita blanca, sobrina de un gato pardo, miau, 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 sobrina de un gato pardo. El gato por ir a verla se ha caído de tejado, miau, 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 se ha caído de tejado. Hace roto se escopía, espinazo y el rabo, miau, 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 espinazo y el rabo. Cuando llevan a enterrar por la calle de pescado, miau, 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 por la calle de pescado, al olor de las sardinas, el gato ha resucitado, miau, 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 el gato ha resucitado. Por eso dice la gente. ¿Qué dice la gente?
No. Ah!
¿Quién sabe? ¿Quién sabe? Yo conozco quién sabe. Por eso dice la gente. ¿Qué dice la gente? 7 vidas tiene un gato. Miau, miau, miau. Es verdad. 7 vidas tiene un gato.
Also, before anybody asks, he's fine. He just had a little bit of a problem, and now he needs a cone of shame.
He had a little boo-boo, and he kept scratching the boo-boo.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Talk Kirby's. I like that idea.
Oh, we haven't done that one in Corby.
I haven't done Talk Corby's in a while. So let me figure out how it goes. I remember how it goes. I'm almost certain. Pretty certain.
He is a martini glass.
He is a martini
He's
cat.
a martini.
As of right now. So
He's probably going to get his cone off within the next couple days, which is good.
we will not be doing King Richard's.
No, not that Massachusetts fair. There's another fair in Massachusetts called, the Massachusetts
Renaissance Fair.
That is the one we will be at. It's a
Cummington.
fair in Cummington, but no, we will not be at King Richard's.
Western Mass.
Yes, Western Mass.
So we will not be doing anything in California this year. Next year, though.
Next year we probably will. We normally do the Corona Bird Renaissance Fair.
But the Coronavirus Renaissance Fair is not
canceled.
to be this year.
It got canceled twice in a row, unfortunately.
Indeed.
It was sort of in that tricky spot in June where they didn't really quite know what to do. So yeah, but we'll probably be there next year.
C minor.
What do you want? Hard?
Do whatever you feel like, honestly. I want you to do what you feel. Show me how you feel with this song, and we will explore it together.
I swoon.
I wasn't going for a swoon, but all the
I
same.
swoon.
Indeed. You know what? I'm just a little bit out of tune, and I'm going to fix that.
You could just use the guitar that is in tune, presumably. Anyway.
I
Actually, I have
could.
no idea if this guitar is in tune. I just
Yeah, I
think
know.
it is.
I tuned the bazooka.
I didn't bother tuning it for the show. Just kind of assumed.
Indeed.
Also, Clifton, if you're in Montana, you can see us at the Montana
Renaissance Fair in 3 weeks, 3 weekends, rather.
July 30th is when we'll be there.
So we will be there.
Sorry, July 31st is when we'll be there.
Yes, indeed. So, good gents all, we are going to be going out west this year. Hopefully next year we will be going to California and Montana. That'd be nice.
That would be nice. And we could maybe even do like a thing where we go and actually it depends on how the timing works out. But yeah.
We'll figure it out. I mean, I'd like to do Arizona someday. That'd be nice.
Yes, they're one that I keep like poking and they're like, no, we shall not pay attention to you.
They will pay attention to us one day.
One day.
One day they will be unable to not pay attention.
Oh, sorry, you're Missouri. There's too many states that start with M. I thought that MO was Montana.
No,
I didn't even
MO
know it
is
I think
Missouri.
it's MT now that I think about
Yes.
it. I'm sorry, I misstated you.
That's all right. It's all right. Walking all alone, I saw Tuck Corby's McNamee, and one until the other say, oh, where shall we gang down today? Where shall we gang down today? Outfield Dyke, I watch their lies in New Spain night, and then can he lies there, oh, save his hawk and his hound and his lady fair, oh, save his hawk and his hound and his lady fair. His hound is to the gang. His hawk can fetch low at the lane. His lady's taken another maid, oh, so we may mock our dinner sweat, oh, so we may mock our dinner sweat. Washington is white and fine, and the goat is blue wine, and we'll walk yellow sparrow will think hardest when it goes by. And the old woman to Foxy, and can wear his skin, with white lines of the ground barrow. Oh, it shall go forever, oh, it shall go forever. I was walking on the lane, I saw a curve is on the lane, and one until the other side, oh, where shall we gang in time today? Oh, where shall we gang in time today? Where shall we gang in time today? Oh, where shall we gang in time today?
I tried. I don't know. I
That
was like,
works.
this
That
EP
works.
sounds
That works.
fine enough.
That worked. I like it. Oh, you know what I kind of want to try? Out of nowhere, and just for the heck and just giggles of it.
Can we do one that I went after it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
What do you want? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Wait.
Here, let's try it and open.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to start?
Let's both start. This is a completely new song that we haven't really
let's see
done
if we remember all the
before.
lyrics to it.
We can always make them up.
I really don't.
As I walked out one morning May, the birds did sing and the lambs did play. The birds did sing and the lambs did play. I met an old man by the way, by the way. I met an old man by the way.
I don't remember how it goes. I'm sorry.
His hair was bald,
His beard was gray.
his coat was of an earthen shade. I said, sir, what strange country? Oh, what strange land come be, come be. Oh, what strange land come be. My name is Death, cannot you see? Lords, dukes, and princes bow to me, and you are one of these branches three. So you must come with me, you must come with me.
I'll give you gold and jewels rare. I'll give you costly robes to wear. I'll give you all my life in change. To live a few years more, live a few years more.
Oh, lay your gold and jewels aside. No longer revel in your pride. I cannot give you one more day. Now you must come away, away. You must come away. And on that day that lady died, carve this upon my tomb, she cried. I am now, you will be one day. Your coat made of the clay, your coat made of the clay. As I went out
One morning May, the birds did sing, the lambs did play. The birds did sing, the lambs did old man by the way, by the way. Met an old man by the way. Old man by the way, by the way. Met an old man by the way. You didn't resolve the
No,
card!
no, I didn't. I ended it on the 7. So yeah, that's a new song. That's a new song that we're kind of toying with, kind of playing with.
You might need to pick a different key.
Might.
Either that or I need to just not drink bourbon before I
That
sing
is another
song.
option. Now I'm gonna drink a little more bourbon, and then shall we do In Heaven, or is there one other you wanted to do?
Oh, I wanted to do Star of the Counting Down because I like it, and we never do it.
Sure, why not?
There you go. I know, it's only been
There we
10
are.
years.
Bridgetown in the county down one morning last July.
It's July.
The moonbeam green come a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looks at me from her 2 bare feet to the sheen of her light brown hair. Just enough, had to shake myself, sure I was standing there. From Montreal up to Derry, I'm gone in a Dublin town. It made a scene like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. She almost bet should I shook my head and I gazed at the feeling rare. And I said, I to a passerby who was a maid with enough brown hair. She smiled at me and cried to see that's a jumbo Ireland's crown. She can Rose McCann from the banks of the Bann. She's the star of the county down. Bantry Bay up to Derry, gone with a Dublin town. Well, I made a scene like a fair Colleen that I met in the county down. She had a soft brown eye and a look so sly and a smile like a rose in June. And she held each note from her lily white throat as she lilt it in Irish tune. She tapped and danced here all in a trance as she tripped out a jingle reel. With her eyes she'd roll, she'd lift your soul, and your heart she would likely steal. From Montreal Bay up to Derry, gone way to Dublin town. Look, made a scene like a fair Colleen that I met in the county down. Harvest fair, she'll surely be there. I'll dress in my Sunday clothes. Revolution biting my hand caught traitorous smile from the nuts brown nose. No pipe will smoke more. Sunny up to my couch, bust to the ground. Till a blush and ride by me own fireside, since the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry, from Galway to Dublin town. Not a maid I've seen like a fair Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry, from Galway to Dublin town. Not a maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. Thank you very much, good John Tazal.
You can get our album, actually, since you asked.
Indeed, since you asked, you can get our album.
You can get our album online. You can
Online.
Go to, you can go to Bandcamp, and that's
Link
where
in the down there.
Link in the down there.
There's
of
a
this
link.
Video. And we have our album up there.
Our most
The
recent
most
album.
recent one is up there.
The other two are only available in physical form.
At the moment, yes. We
At the
might put
moment.
them up on the
Eventually.
Bandcamp at some point.
Eventually.
But yes, I believe it is selling for $10 there. Which, by the way, if you don't want to buy the album, you just want to leave a smaller donation of less than $10, you can also do that on Bandcamp.
Indeed you can. And you can also patronize us on Patreon.
You can.
You can look us up on Facebook and on Instagram and on Pornhub. No, sorry, different video.
Haven't heard that in a million years.
I know. That's old school right there. All right, good gentles all. Before we finish off today, what other things? Right. We're going to one live show a week. Next week, we're going to do Drinking with Foxy. And, or Foxy's Drinking Hour, or whatever it is.
Foxy's Drinking Hour. After that, we'll do Foxy's History Hour. And after that, we'll probably do Cooking with Foxy. I know. And if you want to see us in person, you can come see us this weekend at the Maine Renaissance Fair.
Next weekend.
And also next weekend.
At the Maine.
And if you live out west in the middle of nowhere, you can come see us in Montana for the Montana Renaissance Fair.
Montana!
It's just crazy. And then after that, we'll be coming back to the East Coast to do Massachusetts. Now at the King Richards, Massachusetts. So yeah, I think that just about covers all the bases.
Except one more thing.
Oh
which is, of course, I have a confession to make.
Confess that
Thank you
sinner.
very much. That confession is a long ago, back before I was a bard. I was going to be a rabbi. I went to theological seminary to learn the ancient texts of my people. Ancient scrolls. I know how to read scrolls. It's a thing that we do in our strange and ancient customs.
Ancient scrolls.
Ancient scrolls.
Ancient scrolls.
And I learned something from one of those ancient scrolls. You know what it was? In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. And when we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. And this comes the part in the show where you tell me what you believe is not in heaven. Give me your theology, your half-baked ideas, all of your silly notions of what the afterlife is like, and I'll make up a verse where I'll somehow justify your theology. So, for example, let's go with this one. In heaven there's no bureaucracy, because heaven is an autocracy. Bureaucracies are for democracy, because without it, the one guy in charge just does whatever he frickin' wants. In heaven there is no beer, that's how God do. That's why we drink it. You learn that in the Bible. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer.
In heaven there is no work. In heaven it's a very strange quirk. And for it, Foxy will twerk.
Oh, very well. All right, here, this is what you get. Oh, in heaven there is no beer. I'm working for it. Why we drink it here? When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer. In heaven there are no audits, which means that IRS workers are in fits. Because now they'll have to call it quits if there won't be any more audits. There we go. In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer.
Sorry, I'm formulating.
That's fine. I'll come up with something. Here we go. All right, I think I won. In heaven there are no garden gnomes, which means now they are going to have to roam. Unless, of course, you can give them new homes. So just call 1-800-GARDEN GNOMES to sponsor a garden gnome today. Heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking our beer.
In heaven, there's no flip-flops, so you can dodge all the cow traps.
Okay.
And you can do things like hop, because you're not impeded by a shoe that's not really actually a fucking shoe.
And there is no beer.
I mean,
That's
really,
why
it's useless.
we drink it
It's a
here.
useless piece
Our friends will be drinking all the beer. In heaven there are no toads, because they were squashed on the roads. And now their corpses smell like processed woad.
Oh my god!
You know that weed that gets turned into blue dyes in the Middle Ages.
Try to make it educational.
It's educational.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
That's
why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. In heaven there are no hangovers, which means that our pain will finally eventually be over, and we can get back to rolling in the clover.
Hey!
And that would lead us into a new song if we weren't at the end of our
Roll
set.
me over in the clover, roll me over, lay me down and do it again.
And there's no beer, that's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. One more time. In heaven there is no beer, that's why we drink it here. And when we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. Our friends will be drinking all the beer. Our friends will be drinking all the Thank you, gents all, for joining us on this our Foxy's Drinking Hour of the drinking that we do when we are houring the drinking. Join us next week for another drinking hour, and the week after that for a history hour, and then after that I'm playing it by ear. I'm not thinking any further than that. Come join us this weekend at the main Renaissance Fair.
Renaissance Fair.
Also next weekend at the Renaissance Fair. And then
That's it. So, Maine, Montana, Massachusetts, Sparta. Got all that? Good.
Yay. See ya soon.
Oh, but we gotta push the button.
I'll
push the button.
I'll push the button.
Yeah, I'll push it. No.
I'll push it. I'll push it. You push it. I'm going to sit here.